Welcome to the third and final day of Rally Guanajuato, Mexico 2012. It's been an atrocious battle against the elements, mountainous roads full of rocks and ruts. Join us as we bring you all the action from the concluding 4 stages of this epic rally. Day 2 of Rally Mexico proved as bruising as ever, but for the fans this spectacle is an annual party. And they turned up in their thousands to support the drivers. Sebastian Loeb began the day as the rally leader, the world champion chasing his 6th consecutive victory here in the mountains of Mexico, and his performance over the morning stages proved why he has been so imperious here. Teammate Mikko Hirvonen began the weekend outpacing his teammate, but as the rally progressed, Mikko hasn't been able to hang on to Loeb. The Finn was pushing hard on day 2 and was lucky to get away with hitting this rock on stage 15. His Citroën DS3 and Michelin gravel tyres proving strong. Jari-Matti Latvala has been plagued with mechanical problems here in Mexico. The pace has undoubtedly been there all weekend in a vastly improved Fiesta RS WRC. But a layer of bedrock on the inside of this left-hander ripped Jari-Matti's tyre. The Finn lost 50 seconds.
Now we can forget the fight for the first 2 positions. That's gone now.
Following Latvala's woes, Ford number 2, Petter Solberg took advantage and briefly moved up into 3rd place and the final podium position. It was a solid drive over the day for the 2003 world champion. He did eventually slip back behind Latvala, but holds a strong 4th place going into the final day. Petter's compatriot Mads Osberg has been as high as 3rd this weekend, but the recovering Works Fords have dropped the Norwegian back to 5th. Still, Mads leads the privateer entries. If he can hang on to 5th today, it will be a fantastic result. While the front runners just about survived day 2, others were not so lucky. Monster team driver in Mexico, Chris Atkinson, had a spin early on stage 14.
6 left minus. Okay. 6 left minus, then 5 right very long.
But it was in stage 17 where his day came to an end. He went off the road after the flying finish due to brake failure. His Fiesta was going nowhere.
We're coming down here, 6th gear, brake before that crest and the brake pedal just went to the floor. I tried to pump it, went to the floor 3 times in a row and pulled the handbrake, had no handbrake, so just couldn't stop.
Day 2 also included the famous Comenhia stage, which contains perhaps the most recognisable jump in the WRC, El Brinco. The fans gathered in their thousands to watch the cars leap through the air, and unsurprisingly, Ken Block delivered the entertainment.
Really enjoyable. A lot of people out there. Big jump. A lot of fun.
But Mikko Hirvonen was also gunning for the award of longest leap, and the 2nd run over El Brinco, the Finn kept the pedal to metal, and his Citroën DS3 flew to the end of day 2. But up at the front, it was Sebastian Loeb who topped the leaderboard going into the final day. The world champion on course to make it 6 out of 6 Mexico wins. Loeb's lead coming into the final day, 36.2 seconds over his teammate Mikko Hirvonen. Jari-Matti Latvala lies 3rd. Any slip up from the Citroën boys and he will be challenging for the top 2 positions. Solberg lies 4th, with Mads Osberg in 5th. Day 3 in Mexico takes in 4 stages, making up a total of 75 competitive kilometres, but don't be fooled by the small numbers. The 2nd stage of the day, Guanajuato, is one of the longest of the year at 54.3 kilometres. Belgium's Thierry Neuville leads the pack away, followed by Chris Atkinson, Evgeny Novikov and Ken Block. Look towards the bottom of the running order for the main contenders. Osberg goes 9th, followed by the Works Fords of Solberg and Latvala. Then come the Citroëns of Mikko Hirvonen and Sebastian Loeb. So straight down to the action, and the day begins with a short super special sprint on the outskirts of Leon. Thierry Neuville and Chris Atkinson are at the start line and blast into the stage. These head-to-head stages really are a fan favourite. Running first on the road could actually be an advantage here. The mud and broken asphalt will gradually deteriorate as more and more cars run through, making driving conditions worse as the stage progresses. Chris Atkinson returning under the Rally 2 rules, leaping through the air as he tries to outpace the Citroën DS3 of Neuville. But it is the Belgian who crosses the line first, and that marks his first WRC stage win. There will no doubt be a few nerves out there as we move on to the mammoth Guanajuato. The first few crews are already on their way into this daunting stage, and the fans are clearly loving every moment of it. This really is a special event for them. Maintaining concentration levels for 54 kilometers of racing at top speeds is a tough challenge. We've joined Evgeny Novikov, and he's all over the place at the moment. Denis Juridet pointing out they're actually off the road, and now their air vent has been ripped off the roof, but they are back on the stage at least. But just look at the dust inside the car now. Evgeny driving blind at the moment, and he's off again. This time it's a huge roll. Several full rotations before they come to a rest. A nearby spectator caught the incident. A terrifying moment for Novikov and Juridet. The young Russian does have a history of spectacular crashes. Recently he looked to have ended that trend. He'll hope to put this incident behind him as quickly as possible. As expected, Guanajuato is providing a fearsome challenge with Ken Block now. He's up into the points. What a heavy collision at that left-hander. The Fiesta are up on two wheels briefly. Ken didn't seem to lose too much time with the initial impact, but it caused two punctures and cost several minutes getting them changed. The carnage has already begun up ahead. 30-odd kilometers way back on the start line is Jari-Matti Latvala. The leading Ford man is on his way. Jari is more than a minute behind the Citroëns, but in such a long stage, he's perfectly positioned to take advantage should either of his rivals slip up. Mads Osberg is running in a somewhat lonely fourth position. His focus for the last day or so has been to maintain his rhythm and gain valuable kilometers of experience in the car. Oh, but the Norwegian's lost a wheel there. He's obviously had a puncture and that tyre has completely disintegrated. Well, we expected drama in this stage, but this is getting a little crazy out there. Guanajuato continues to bite then. Petter Solberg has had his fair share of incidents this weekend, with 4 punctures and brake problems, hampering his bid to claim a first win in 7 years. With little threat from behind, the Ford man is taking no risks as he seeks to defend his 4th position. Second place, Mikko Hirvonen is also into the stage. And despite his big advantage over Latvala, he may be a little concerned at some of the split times coming from his compatriot. Mikko is approaching the marker after 30 kilometers of Guanajuato, and he's on course to lose a lot of time to Jari here. Wow, 16 seconds down. That's just over halfway through this stage. So Latvala really going for it. Incredible speed here from the Finn. But Jari's off too. With a podium finish all but secured. That was a big, big mistake from Ford's number 1. Drivers up and down the leaderboard, falling victim to the Mexican event's treacherous new challenge. Further back, Latvala's compatriot is fast approaching the scene, and there is Jari's car, thankfully upright at least, but he's not moving. The epic stage 22 is thankfully cleared for Hirvonen. The rally leader is the last man to make it through, and he too will probably pass Latvala, whose car is clearly heavily damaged.
Sur droite, 140 moins plonge sur frein. Au 50 mètres, 233 plus frein, pour droite 100 plus soumis.
Well, there's Novikov's car on its roof, the Russian, definitely going nowhere. But where is Latvala?
Donc 130 millions d'art, attention 60 mètres.
There he is, up ahead. Loeb 2 passes Jari's battered Ford, but the Finn is obviously trying to limp through the stage. Making it to the finish line of Guanajuato will be a great relief to the world champion.
Okay, less than a second between you and Mikko in 54 Ks. That's pretty impressive.
We were just in the same rhythm to find to be confident. Jari-Matti should come soon. I just overtook him 3 kilometers ago.
Yeah, Latvala is indeed pushing on to the finish of stage 22, but he has plunged down the leaderboard, and that is a very broken Ford Fiesta.
Jari ended stage 22, 54 Ks, but you've had bigger dramas than that. I can see what happened. How did it happen?
I have to say Novikov was off the road, and I came to the place and I saw a car on its roof. I didn't know, I didn't have got message, so I didn't know he is off the road, and I got the panic that he's on the road, and I brake really hard, but then I hit the bank, and the bank clipped the car. We rolled on the road, so my mistake. It's a stupid mistake, but I just got the panic when I saw Novikov, and it just came like a big surprise for me. I just no warning or anything, so I was confused.
Latvala brought brutally down to earth after the euphoria of his Sweden victory. The Finn has dropped from 3rd to 7th place after losing more than 7 minutes. His teammate Petter Solberg has replaced him in the final podium spot. What a start to the final day here in Mexico. Still to come, we have the best action from the VW Power Stage. But can Jari-Matti Latvala even make it there after that roll? The action continues after this break. Welcome back to the final day of Rally Mexico, and it's all happening at the start of the Derramadero stage. Jari-Matti Latvala rolled in Guanajuato, and it looks like the stewards are conducting an inspection of this Fiesta's roll cage. Jari clearly not happy with what's going on. I think this could be the end for the Finn.
5 guys were on the refueling zone, and they saw there was a little dent on one of the tubes on left hand side of the car, and as the regulation says that basically if you have damage in the roll cage, you are not allowed to carry on. Now it's in a situation that I really need to get stronger and get away from these problems. I can't be like an old Jari-Matti I used to be. It's not going to take me forward in my career anymore.
So, drama at the start of the stage then, but the fans are loving every minute of this incident-filled final day. One man already well into the only run through Derramadero is Armindo Araujo. He's been very consistent in the mini all weekend. He's had his problems, but it's been a good solid effort from the Portuguese driver, picking up valuable experience, and with Latvala out, he's also up to 7th position. Nasser Al-Attiyah is another man gaining time in the seat, and the gravel roads here in Mexico suit the Qatari's driving style perfectly. The multiple Middle Eastern champion alongside Italian co-driver Giovanni Bernardini well on their way to a very creditable 6th place and on their gravel debut in the DS3.
50, left 170, caution slowing, right wheel, very dangerous, into left.
Here comes Petter Solberg, and the Norwegian is now up to 3rd after his teammate Latvala's retirement. An understandably tentative jump over the crest that caught him out last year. He has no need to push though. Petter can't catch the Citroën